The sun.
What's happening? What's happening? It's your host, Treem Hefner. This is another episode of Coachella Magazine. This is episode 7, and this is sponsored by Palm Springs Grip. To my right, I have some very talented fellas, Ocho Ojos. That's right. And can you guys introduce yourselves and your role in the band?
My name is Cesar Flores, and I play guitar and I sing in Ocho Ojos.
My name is Danny Torres, and I play the synthesizer for Ocho Ojos.
My name is James Gastelum. I play bass in Ocho Ojos.
Y'all did that real professional. I like that. So, how long have you guys been together?
Yeah, so we've been a band since 2016. The band started off with just Danny and I, keyboard and guitar. We have like this. We have devices that play backing tracks, but throughout since 2016, we've been adding members like James, and then just recently we added Rafael Rodriguez on drums and percussion. So.
Okay. So what is because I know a lot about music, but what is psychedelic chicha? Because it says your band is a fusion band mixed with cumbia and psychedelic chicha. Am I pronouncing it correctly? So can you guys give like an explanation on what that is for the people?
So chicha is basically, it comes from Peru, and it's in the 60s there was like a movement of psychedelic cumbia.
Electric guitars with effects.
Yeah, it was like it was. Yeah, basically, I guess a lot of the influence was because in the 60s, it was that whole psychedelic movement. So cumbia, it's a very traditional genre that comes from Colombia. But this chicha psychedelic cumbia is like modern with, electric guitar and all these effects that make the music sound very like trippy and spaced out, so cosmic and all that.
Okay. That's dope. So I want to go around and ask you guys what were some of your influences, because I listened to the CD on the way over here, and that it was very, very dope, very well put together, very polished. I could tell you guys got some good influences. So could you guys share with the people maybe give me because I know there's some hip hop influence on a little bit. I heard some bar spit and bands too.
I like a lot of Latin music, Latin music with reggae and ska and rock. So I really like this band called Los Fabulosos Cadillacs, because they play cumbia, they play salsa, they play punk, they play a little bit of everything. So that's kind of what I was listening to when I was growing up. A lot of traditional music too, like mariachi and norteño, and I mean I like all types of music really, because when you play music you tend to like everything. You pick up an instrument and you want to play all genres, I think.
Yeah, I agree with what Caesar just said. Definitely, if you're a musician, I think naturally you're inclined to want to learn a little bit of every style of genre, or every genre of music. But for me specifically, as far as cumbia, what I was most influenced by, or who I was most influenced by, was Fito Olivares. That's what my dad, what I would listen to in Sonora Santanera, and that's kind of what I grew up listening to as far as cumbia. But with music, it was anything from, even metal, a lot of death metal and black metal bands. But my number one influence overall would be Michael Jackson. That's who, what inspired me to become a musician, want to play music, and just all around. Yeah. So a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, for my musical influences, I would say for sure ska and reggae. Or music from Jamaica in general, and a lot of soul and funk music. But I also came up on punk and hip hop, rap music. So definitely like with the beats, the influences there. So we got the backing track, we got the extra kicks and snares or whatever.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I think what you were referring to right now, when you said that you heard some rap or influence, I think that was specifically to one of the songs that's on our EP that you listened to, Ocho Ojos. It's a song called Chibalba, and it's one of our original songs. It's a cumbia style song that we created, but it had sort of a hip hop vibe to it, and so on that song we featured a few local artists here from the Coachella Valley, and that was Provoked, Savior One, and Verso Loco. So those are the MCs that you hear on that song Chibalba, and they rapped over one of our songs. Yeah. So it was a collaboration between some local artists here.
That's dope. So you guys performed at Coachella 2017. So, what are there going to be any major changes to your performance 2019? Have you guys took like any major growth or major direction change in your music from 2 years ago?
Yeah, definitely. One of the main differences is going to be that in 2017, at that point, it was just still me and Caesar in the group. We hadn't incorporated James on bass and Rafa on drums, which, by the way, he's not here. He had to work. We still have day jobs, so he's not here. But that's going to be the major difference in that we've incorporated other live musicians, which that in general has changed up our overall sound and the way we create songs, So that alone is going to be a big difference as far as the visuals and our performance. And we have a few things lined up that are right now we can't. They're a little top secret, and but you'll see it once you see us at Coachella Fest. Yeah, so it should be a fun set. Yeah.
And I know you guys can't say what time you guys perform. I know that's all under wraps. Okay, so I ain't even gonna ask that, but you guys can definitely check them out at Coachella. How long have you guys been involved with music? Because I know that usually varies with band members. Was it like a early calling, or was it later in life when music became your thing?
Well, for me, I started playing music when I was about 15. That's when I started getting serious about playing. I started with like mariachi and I guess rock en español, and throughout the years I played in different bands that centered around those genres, music that's in Spanish. But I've been playing for about like 10 years, and I mean I can hope I'm able to continue playing, whether it be with Ocho Ojos, or, just myself, just playing in other projects. Like, I want to continue to play because, it's what I like to do.
It's your love?
It's my love, yeah. It's my calling.
Definitely same here. I think once you start playing music, majority of people do, so you become a lifer. You play music for the rest of your life. I think I picked up the guitar pretty early on. I think it was like maybe 4th or 5th grade. 2 older brothers, they started playing music, so through them, naturally, the youngest brother, I wanna be like them. I wanna play music, and so I've been playing music for a long time. And yeah, started off with guitar, now I play piano, but dabbled a little bit here and there in other instruments. So yeah, long time.
Yeah, I would say in middle school for sure is when like all the musical influences got real heavy. I mean, as a child, music is always interesting. Every time you see a live band, if you're a kid and you see a live band and they're good and they sound good, then you're gonna trip out. So. But in middle school is when people, start showing each other a bunch of new music. I started going to backyard shows in middle school. I started playing with some friends. It was like punk covers. I was borrowing a bass from somebody. And pretty much it wasn't until I went to community college that I started playing music, more like thinking about notes and scales and chords, and learning songs.
So that was when you like learned like how to conceptualize music and like started delving into it. Okay, so yeah, all you guys have different like paths on when you guys like found your calling. That's dope though. And even so, who brought you you brought him into the group?
Well,
Because it was you two guys originally, right?
It was really both of us.
Okay.
Again, from the beginning, we already knew. Again, from the beginning, we already knew that Ocho Ojos would probably eventually incorporate other musicians. Not that we knew, but we also wanted to. And well, all three of us have known each other for a long time. We're all here from Coachella and grew up here, went to the same high school. But we're all different age groups, so we just knew each other through mutual friends or through, the backyard shows, the music scene, you could say. And so I think at that point, James was living in Illinois because he was going to college over there, to school over there, studying music. And at that time, we were thinking about who we could bring in to play bass. And a few people, offered to play bass, but we're kind of like, nah, we would really want James. And we said, like, hey, man, if this guy ever comes back, when he moves back, it'll be tight. And James had already heard of Ocho Ojos from Illinois, just seeing us perform, and then because of Coachella in 2017. So, yeah, when he moved back and we told him, he was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And same thing with Rafa, who's our drummer now. We've all known each other for a minute. I mean, Caesar used to play with them in other groups in the past. So
on Instagram, I saw a video of, I think, your guys' first backyard show, maybe, or I don't know. And I was just like, dang, I want to play with that band. Like, straight up, that was like the first thing that came to my mind. When I move back, I want to play with them. Yeah.
So that was cool. Like, the stars lined up. He moved back, and we already knew Rafa. So at that point, we asked him, and so everyone was down, and it's been solid ever since. And we all take it very seriously. The group, because there's a lot of work that goes into it aside from just showing up and playing a show. There's a lot of rehearsals, a lot of other behind the scenes work that goes into a group. That most people forget about, but again, we've all known each other that long, so that helps build that chemistry and make a solid group for sure.
So as far as the creation process, like how do things normally come about? Is there a typical like person that takes the lead as far as writing or the rhythm of the beat, or is there another way that you guys go about it? Or you guys just jam out and just figure it out?
We typically just get together for a rehearsal, and somebody will come with an idea. Oh, I have this riff on the guitar, let me play it, or we'll start jamming out to a rhythm. When Danny and I first started, a lot of the songs, they were songs that I had written in the past before I would do like this kind of solo thing. And then that's when I met Danny, and that's when Ocho Ojos was born. But after that, Danny and I, we just started creating music. He would bring an idea, and then I'd play along to that, or I would have like something, and that's pretty much how the process works. Like, everybody has an input in the songwriting process, and I feel like throughout the process, the song changes. Like, eventually, like, we start adding like something in the beginning, or then some sort of outro, or like it changes live as well. We'll probably extend the solo, or we'll start singing some random verse, and that doesn't have to do anything with the song, or we'll change it up live. But for the most part, like, we all just combine our heads and then we just like go from there, I guess.
Okay, so you guys all I feel like the best creation process. Just like egos put to the side, and y'all just collectively just come up with whatever's best for the group. Cause I've known some kind of destructive groups in the past, and I feel like it it was an ego thing, you know. It was the leader, and then it was like everybody else was like the little homie. But I could sense that y'all got like the friendship and the camaraderie and the good chemistry going on. So what about your next album? What is that gonna sound like? What is that gonna be like? So it's on the wraps. It's top secret. G14 classified.
It's a working title, but we have what's it? I think seven new songs, and one of them is actually a cover. It's a Fito Olivares cover. But I think we wrapped up recording in January of this year, and sometime around that, December, January, something like that. And it's being mixed up right now by X on the Track, who records and produces us. He's from the area here, La Quinta. So right now it's being mixed and mastered, and should be out soon, within the next month or so. But that's I think as much as information as I can give right now, because yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
If you go to our shows, you'll recognize the songs on the album. Yeah. So you'll be like, oh, okay. Start dancing or whatever.
Okay. So what about the recording process? Is everything done out here in the Coachella Valley, or do you guys travel to other cities and get it in? Everything's done out here?
Yeah, pretty much. Like Danny was saying, we go with our homie X on the Track. He lives here in La Quinta, so he's been doing a really, badass job, getting our ideas, in fucking format. So I don't know if I can cuss or not. Okay, all right, yeah. But yeah, like he's been doing a pretty badass job. Just recently we as well as like those new songs that we are planning on releasing, we did a single with our good friend Freddie from Blue Hill Studio, and so we're kind of we're I guess we're allowed to see what other people have to offer when it comes to we want to create a song, we want you to produce it, so those are the two people that we've been working with, and it's been a good thing so far. Yeah.
And about the name, this is what I wanted to ask you guys. Where did the name come about? Because Ocho Ojos is 8 eyes. Okay, so where did that come about? How did that come about?
So when me and Caesar first started playing, the first show that we played was at this community center in Coachella called Raíces, which is how we met. We kind of started volunteering there. And so originally it was just going to be Caesar that was going to be performing at it, at a little little dance party that the center was going to organize. And so when Caesar was going to play, I kind of tagged along, and I was like, hey man, if you're down, I'll play with you, just kind of throwing myself in the mix. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. So we started jamming out and stuff. And then so when we were going to make the flyer for the show, they were asking us like, oh, do you want us to just put Danny and Caesar, or Caesar and Danny, or, so we're like, nah, well, let's just try to come up with a name, I guess. And then that name got thrown out there, Ocho Ojos, because of our glasses, because originally we were just two-piece, so like 4 eyes and 4 eyes, so Ocho Ojos. And then, now we've incorporated other members, but we're still Ocho Ojos. Yeah.
So you guys have 4 members and still 8 eyes. Before it was, before it was 2 members. Okay, I got it. Very, very good context. So is there anything else? Any music videos dropping? Any plans beyond Coachella besides dropping the album? Anything coming up?
So pretty much after, well, we have that album like we were saying, and possibly a new video in the works. We're working with some local artists as well. Artists, I mean, like people who do film and all of that. We're also going to play some shows after Coachella. We're gonna be, I believe, in LA, the 27th. I believe it is going to be. I don't remember of most of the people on the lineup, but I know that El Dusty is gonna be performing, and Camilo, our good friend, J Patron. And so we also have other shows that we'll be announcing on our social media. You know, you can look us up on Ocho Ojos TV, on Instagram, Facebook, Ocho Ojos, you know, YouTube. You can look at our videos that we've recorded in the past. And our music is on Spotify, you know, iTunes, Apple Music. If you want to have our music and own it, you can go to Bandcamp and download it, you know. Yeah, go to the shows and you can get yourself like some shirts and some actual personal copies of the EP, you know. So it's like you can get all that good stuff and stickers, because everybody likes stickers, right?
Yes.
Yeah, free stickers.
I have a clothing line, and everybody likes stickers. They do cost money, you know, but everybody likes having them given out, you know what I'm saying? It's a very easy, accessible thing to give out, but, you know, I don't think people really, like, relate that to, like, it costing anything, you know what I'm saying? Just come on, give me a sticker, give me, you know. But, yeah, this is a very talented band I have next to me. I'm going to pull up to one of you guys' shows. I'm definitely pulling up to Coachella because I'll be there. Yeah. And
both Sundays. We'll be there Coachella weekend 1 and 2 both Sundays. We're gonna be on the Sonora stage, and we're gonna be playing at the set time when they release it. That's all you'll find out what time we'll be playing. But Sonora stage both Sundays, weekend 1 and 2. So you can come check us out there.
I'll be right there with a beer in my hand, chilling out, watching some talented players. Can you guys say your names again? And you already gave all the shout outs for all the little plugs, right?
So my name is Cesar Flores. Shout out to all the people that go to our shows and support our music.
My name is Danny Torres, and shout out to everyone who's been showing us love from the beginning of the group, and the city of Coachella, and all its local residents, and all the homies who have been pulling through and helping us out. Blue Hole Studios, X on the Track, Provoke, Xavier One, Verso Loco, everyone else, you know who you are.
I'm James Gastelum. You guys pretty much covered it right there. Shout out to Club 5, Coachella Bar, Bar Lounge también. Check us out on Instagram, you know. Hit us up for shows, book us.
And that was episode 7 of Coachella Magazine Radio, sponsored by Palm Springs Grip. And I'm your host, Treem Hefner.